Main stage Gears Pro circuit. I got our teams represented right now. We got Lucent Esports taking on Fable. I'm gonna ask you real quick, you guys just lost to Ghost Gaming. How do you rebound and get ready for this match right here?
Yeah, we actually are ready to beat them. We feel comfortable. We got a bad start in the first map against Ghost, but it's fine.
Now, are you familiar with this team? Do you know their weaknesses and how to exploit them?
Yeah, they are actually good team, good squad. We know the wrong points. They have not as skilled as we have, so we got beaten.
Saying you don't have as much skill as they do. Now you guys took out Ghost Gaming yesterday, but you lost to E United. How do you take the good from yesterday and leave the bad?
We know how they play, we know what we have to do. That will be an easy win.
Just an easy win, that's what you're looking for?
Yes.
All right, we know what it is. Fable, Lucent Esports, lock it up.
So my name is Enzo, my gamer tag is Strikers, and I play for Team Fable. So the goal for this event is to do better than the last time and finish top 5 fix, if we can. So to all the people who are sleeping on Fable, the game is not the same on LAN, and we are very, very better on LAN.
And there you have it, Fable, a team that knocked out, excuse me, not knocked out, but they were the first ones to beat Ghost Gaming, your returning champions. And this roster, they picked up a legendary player from the European nation, Reaction.
I mean, the reaction shot is called the reaction shot for a reason. It is for that man. Jack Reaction created that shot back in Gears of War 3, Gears of War 2 actually, and he is definitely a legendary player, arguably one of the best players in European history.
And honestly, this Fable roster has looked phenomenal, especially yesterday. You cannot take it away from Zorkos and Strikers coming up with big clutch kills over and over again in 3v1 situations where you shouldn't be getting those kills. And honestly, they did a great job. They took out Ghost Gaming. They made a statement. Now they're looking to go further into the bracket.
Yes, guys, and once again, I'm your host, Billy, and I'm here with our analyst, the one and only Waldo, and our casters, Fallout and Momo. And fellas, we have a big game ahead of us. This game is extremely important for their pool. Pool B, Waldo, what will we see?
Well, you're definitely looking at this. E United's at the top. Honestly, Ghost Gaming, they won their first match, and now Fable Esports are trying to solidify the second place in the pool. Lucent are trying to make some noise here, so if they get an upset here and maybe beat E United, maybe they can come out second, but, you know, that's a big ask.
I'm about to say that's some crazy talk right there, Waldo. E United is looking so incredibly strong in this pool. And what an event it's been so far. Not only this pool, but the Echo Fox pool, I think it's Pool C. Insane. Also a three-way tie for first place there. It's been absolutely amazing Gears of War action so far. I'm excited to see what Lucent Esports can do against Fable.
You can't lose. I mean, it's easy to say, but it's a fact. You can't lose. With the likes of Ghost Gaming down there and E United at the top, you can't risk it. You can't risk the biscuit, man. You're going to have to win every game possible. So, Fallout, I'm not sure if you're aware, but they had a LAN overseas, and this Lucent roster actually beat this Fable team, which forced them to have a team change, so they picked up Reaction. But taking a look at our map bans and picks, what do we have ahead of us?
Foundation kicking things off, Forge Blitz second, and if we need it, we will be going to Reclaimed. I'm excited for this game, mainly for one reason. I get to finally cast over Reaction. My first ever event, we're talking 9 years ago, we were on 2 different esports titles, we were playing the game, and this guy I remember was screaming at the top of his lungs, and I was like, who is this freak of a kid on the other side? I turned, he's probably, I don't know, 16, 17 years old at the time, and I'm like, okay, he's not a kid, like this guy, he means business. And now, as strange as esports is, this is how it pans out. I'm just excited to get into the game, but I think this one could be a close one. If I see this go into a 3-map series,
really,
you know, potentially, I'd like it.
All right, and here we go. Fable going toe-to-toe against Lucent Esports. Fallout and Momo, take it away.
Thank you so much, Veli, and I could not be more excited for this one. Battle of the Europeans, the #1 French team going up against the #1 Spanish team, of course, plus Jack Reaction being thrown in the mix. It's going to be a great one.
Most certainly is. Kicking things off, though, if you're new to Gears Esports, it's pretty simple. There's going to be a bloodbath to start things off. Respawn delay of 10 seconds and will increase, obviously, by 2. But your ultimate goal, 210, is the point. They're going to be in your top left. Yet to get a hill, though. We're going to see Fable strike first. That's going to be B. A lot of initial kills, though, fall out. Who's got off better here?
Yep, you know, part of the European meta, they don't believe in capturing that first hill. They like to send 5 people to the fight, but ultimately it is going to be Fable with the upper hand in this one. They're going to capture B hill. They're going to backtrack for their C hill, which is their home hill, and now things will slow down just a little bit, and points will be put on the board for Fable.
Okay, the first points are on the board. Fable kicking it off for 25. Lucent just tracking back. They're going to regain that home hill. Jumping on board with Cougar, rolling back and forward, destroying strikers there. But him and teammates will avoid any kind of pressure onto B. We're going to see B go in the hands of Lucent, but over by A. This is where we can see 2 home hills go in control of Fable. This is quite a strong position for Fable too.
Yeah, that's a brilliant push, actually. Fable 1 step ahead of Lucent. Lucent decides to play for the B hill, and they say, no, we're going to play for your home hill instead. So a little bit of a chess game here, and Fable has the upper hand. They're going to take home and away hills, and guess what? They're grabbing that B hill as well. It's been an amazing start for Fable. He's been so hot this event.
Trying to get that domination in early, and I tell you what, Physics, Zorkos, Strikers, all putting kills on the board. Great to see. And the 5th one's going to be put to bed. And we don't usually see dominations this early on, that quick here, Fallout. What's the reasoning that they came out so hot? Is that just the pure slaying or teamwork, what we're seeing?
You know, a combination of both. Yes, they got some kills. They picked up important kills, but I think it was their ability to out-rotate Lucent, always 1 step ahead, as mentioned. They rotated to the away hill, grabbed that 2-cap, and then immediately went back to the B hill as Lucent was trying to backtrack and play catch-up on that A hill, on that home hill. So very smart play from Fable. I love their rotations and how they're starting with the B hill very, very strong, used that as bait, and then rotated for the home and away hill pushes. Very well played from Fable.
Okay, well, early scoreboard, as you see, Physics kicking it off, and only 5 kills, 3 downs, not 1 second dead. Beautiful to see. A great start for Fable. We're seeing the incense drop right in the middle. We saw pretty much a 5v5 in the middle last time. Looks a little bit different this time, but nevertheless, just as many smokes. And here we are. First kills coming in, the initials going down. Zorkos and Cougar trading things out for either side. Incense are going in the hands of Baghdad.
Yeah, and actually you just said his name. The one person I'm looking out for in Lucent Esports is Cougar, the MVP of the team, undoubtedly. Toddy gets a lot of the hype for that squad. He's been a GB warrior for quite some time, but Cougar is the one that really is the heavy lifter for this Spanish team. I'm really excited to see what Cougar can do.
Okay, well, right now, the Spanish squad yet to get a hill, but as the same as Fable here, kicking things off, though. B will go in the hands of Lucent, much like the previous round, but it didn't stop Fable breaking on through. And the last time they did this, they went for that 2 home hill setup first of all, then breaking on through. But this time, Cougar did nice striker there, taking his head clean off. Baghdad answers back though. Once again, the Nasher in full force. Smoke's going down as well. We're gonna try and see a few more kills here, but looking like it's on the other side of things. Lucent managing to neutralize that A hill. And as you see, backtracking here, we're going to see an aggressive push towards this tree, towards this home hill of Fable. Will they be able to break control? Looking at this overhead, you've got a bit of a 3v2 going down right now. We're going to see it. One go in the favor of Lucent, that being Shadows to kick things off. Rolling back and forward Striker. He's going to backtrack here, back with reaction, and maybe look for a different angle.
Yeah, so much better start from Lucent here as they're going to just maintain the B and C hill setup. You want to see them hold on to that, but meanwhile, if you're a Fable fan, you want to see them play for that B hill. It looks like they're going to try and put some pressure on the B hill. Maybe Reaction's doing that to open up an opportunity for A and C hill pushes. We'll see what ensues.
Weaving back and forward there, caught out from behind. That's going to be a double for Legend, though. Took Reaction by surprise. And the one thing I do think, about this squad, maybe you can shed a little bit of light, is the communication. You've got 4 French players and then Reaction there. How does that work with a squad? Surely that's got to be a little detrimental.
Yeah, I was wondering the same exact thing. I've heard from talking to them that they actually communicate in French, but when they need to make a very important call out to Jack, they'll actually switch it to English some way, somehow. I've had a chance to talk to some of the Fable folks, and they speak English. I wouldn't say they're necessarily fluent in English, so it's an interesting dynamic, that's for sure, but it seems to be working so far.
Well, Reaction was caught off guard there. Maybe the communication wasn't as strong. However, a much longer round here for round number 2, and we are seeing a strong showing from Lucent. But right now, 2 hill possession in favor of Fable.
And I love what I saw out of Fable in that push. Jack went down, 2 kills picked up by Lucent, and still Fable was able to wolfpack by sending 2 in the middle, isolating a 2v1, isolating another 2v1, revive chaining, meat shielding, and staying alive. It goes to show why Gears Esports is so exciting to watch. 2 players can take a 2v4 or a 2v5 and really make that impact. Great play from Fable.
Okay, reaction on his screen. He's full red. He's got the help of his teammate, but we're going to see Physics Zorkos pick up the kills. That's 3 down, and just like that, we see another domination come in, and that for Fable once again. Great stuff all round. And again, they were down on points. They were, getting back into it on the hill side of things, but just out of nowhere, a triple cap, beautiful stuff.
Yep, completely agreed. And Veli alluded to it in the pregame, but this Fable squad actually was upset by Lucent Esports at the last EGL event overseas in Europe. They were, of course, formerly known as Supremacy in that event. Lucent took 2nd place to EU's finest in that tournament. Really came out of nowhere, as Lucent isn't known to attend every single LAN. They've been online players, game battles players since Gears of War 3. Gears of War 4 is when they finally decided to start scrimming, taking this a little bit more serious, and man, they have risen to the top here in Season 2.
Okay, well, as that respawn increase fallout, we've got the incense in the middle. We already saw that. Sniper's been dropped as well. Any players particularly you're looking out to pick this up or go for this one? Which one's going to be the star-studded player?
Yeah, Mana, I called that last round, and it's going to be Cougar, who picks up the first kill with the shotgun, picks up the instants now, and decides to hold on to those instants. I'd like to see him take out those instants, and he could actually baited that revive for a double kill. Instead, he does get taken out with those instants out, so those instants will still be in play. Who's going to grab the incendiary grenades? I'm not sure if anyone realizes that they're available.
Well, the sniper does not go in the hands of Cougar. It looks like Striker's got the better of him this time, but whether they need it is another question. The pressure is there, though, and we are seeing reaction just get right up in the face of Legend. He's down. We're going to see Baghdad, I think, finish that one off. But look at this, another potential domination. The A-hill being broken. Can the snipe connect? Not going to happen for Strikers there. Looking to help his teammates out from a distance, but it's not going to work. We're going to see Cougar pick up the double. You pointed out that he was the key man, and he's turning up here in the early stages of round number 3.
And that's the pros and cons of the sniper in Gears we talked about. By using that sniper, if you miss a couple shots, you isolate yourself and take yourself out of the game. So he left his teammate in a 4v5, not connecting for any shots. You're really not doing much right there. A nice body shot on Toddy as the push is going to finally come through.
Well, the shot's great, but they had a potential 3 cap, and now they're about to lose it themselves here. Reaction, though, is going to be able to break through, neutralize this one, and the smoke creating a miss where you just can't see anything. Finding the 1. Will he find the 2nd? Not going to happen. Shadow finds 1 as well. Cougar answers back, and 4 down here for Fable. A beautiful round as Baghdad does come off spawn. That is going to be a triple cap here for Lucent. No one able to jump on in quick enough for that. 2-1.
And there we go. Lucent Esports, exactly what we expected. Putting a dog in the fight here, as they're going to take 1 round off of Fable. Let's see if they can continue that momentum, string together a couple rounds here. What I liked out of Lucent was their ability to bounce back, to show a little bit of tenacity. They were getting 3 caps. Fable was a little bit over-aggressive, overzealous for that 3 cap. It's only round number 3. Respawn timers are 14 seconds. You don't want to always constantly push for that 3 cap, and it ended up costing them as a nice counter came through from Lucent. They were able to take the round.
Okay, already a couple of people standing out. Fallout said it. Watch out for Cougar. Already got a dozen to his name. Teammate just 1. Really does show sometimes, it's not all about the kills, but the slaying definitely does help. Let's see who grabs that sniper, who grabs the incense too, as that respawn is increased. Are Fable going to extend their lead, or are Lucent going to close that gap? Frags, though, they're in the hands of Baghdad.
Baghdad's going to be tagged up full red here. Has nades out, so you got to be careful. He can detonate those grenades from the DBNO position. He's going to get revived here. Nades are going to go out. Actually, not yet. They're going to decide to push up towards statue side. Toddy, in a world of hurt right now, needs to just try and stay alive and play wide. He's going to do exactly that. I like the support that's been coming in from Toddy. 1 kill, 5 downs, playing more of a support role for his team.
Here we go, over by the statue. We're getting a bit of fight, and it looks like Baghdad's going to head on over, trying to help him out. Shot in the back there. It's only going to take a 1 pump to Shadows to deny everything. And now a 2v1. The pitch coming in, maybe a 3v1 actually over here by the statue. But right now, Fable, they've not got 1 hill to their name.
Yep, they're playing for kills instead, which I like that decision. Round number 4, respawns are at 16 seconds. You can string together 2-3 kills and then play for objective. But the key part of that is you got to get your kills here, as it's going to be Lucent that's able to fend off the push from Fable. They kill 2. They have a 4v3 power play right now if they decide to take it, and they're actually going to do exactly that. Shadows gets 1. They 2v1 Zorkos, who's going to get taken out as well.
Zorkos does take 1 to the grave, though. Trying to connect on the head, though. Baghdad bobs and weaves out of that one, luckily for him. But right now we do have a 35-point lead here coming in for Lucent. Looking at that overhead though, looks like we're going to have a couple players heading down to the Pistons.
Yep, I love to use the overhead map from Cleaner, our observer in the back here. It's going to show which rotation is going to come through for both teams. It looks like B-Hill is the play right now for Fable. Can Lucent react fast enough? Can they rotate down to B side to defend it? All the smokes are going to go off, and they're actually going to give up that B-Hill. Looks like they're opting instead for an A-Hill away push, trying to turn the chess game in their favor a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be paying off as Reaction's going to stop him, but off goes the head of Reaction. Can Legend connect for a second down? Yes, they do. Zorkos goes down as well.
Oh, beautiful stuff, and like you said, might have given up B, but at this time, they've rotated around, they've gone for those home hills. We know how this ended up when it was on the same as Fable, but almost a perfect play there as you see Fable now struggling a little bit here, down by 50 points. How are they going to get back into it? That's the question. Legend on your screen still has that sniper, still has bullets in the chamber. Cougar, though, keep your eyes out for him. He's just picked up the frags too.
Yep, Legend still has a sniper. I want to see him try and put himself in the fight a little bit more. Cougar going to pick up one with that frag grenade. And a good job by Reaction to neutralize that hill. He's ultimately going to get taken out now, and Legend drops that sniper. It's almost like he heard me. They're going to throw bodies towards this fight. Smart decision right there. Striker's almost going to get his head taken off. A little bit of peekaboo right there. Instead, it's going to be Fractures who takes him out. And I'm loving what I'm seeing this round from Lucent. They're looking like veterans. They had a B and C hill set up. They gave up that B hill when they saw that Fable wanted to play for it. Rotated to A. Very, very smart play from Lucent. Looking like 3-year veterans as opposed to their first time on the pro circuit.
Well, they're creeping up on 210 here. And all they need is one hill. They've actually got 2 to the name as well, and they're putting people still to bed. Trading things out is perfect for them. That's all they need, as they're going to take a second round if it continues here and tie things up with Fable. Fable's round were very quick. They were solid. They closed things out with that 3 cap. However, it's not going to happen this time. All the hills are going to go trades galore, and Lucent are going to take another round in their favor. All tied up 2-2 here. Is this what you expected from Lucent? Did you expect anything different here from Fable?
100% out of Lucent. I know the Fable squad is starting to get a little bit of hype. You defeat a Ghost Gaming, and that will happen. But the reality is, we've seen it before from Fable, formerly known as Supremacy. They'll start off so strong in tournaments, they'll upset a big team, and they have an inability to finish. I don't think we've ever seen them place top 6. Not even sure if we've seen them place top 8 in a pro circuit event. I believe they may have broken that threshold, but we got to see how they finish here in this tournament is the important thing to watch. Pool play is important, but ultimately your ability to finish is what matters.
Absolutely, not about how you start, how you finish here. And some of these squads will have got off to a little bit of a rough start. Pool play is a dangerous place. People sometimes underestimate what momentum you can get from pool play, but already here we go. Incense in the hands of Zorkos. He's only going to burn his own toes there as Baghdad does find another. Fractures is going to go down. And now we're going to see a couple more kills go in favor. And I kind of love what I see from Fable. They're very, very forceful. They try and go for these kills. They kind of don't worry about the hills at the start of it. And they really want that triple cap.
Yeah, very aggressive. Fable likes the wolf pack, and it's working really well for them as they are down in points right now because the B-Hill fight was won by Legend. Oh, standstill headshot on Zorkos. He's going to want that one back.
Well, he's not going to get it. Can he make up for his mistakes is the question. Strikers is going to be coming in from that ramp as well. Legend. Sniper in hand, 1 shot, 1 kill. It's all it takes here. 3 players, take your pick. Can only and Willie be punished. The problem is he misses his shots, and then those shotguns get up close and personal. However, looking to bite back, Legend's getting in the face of 1. Striker's going to take him down from the other side, and we're going to see Fable have 2 dead on the opposing side. Lucent only 1. This is looking good. Fractures trying to put Reaction down, and there it is.
Yeah, all eyes on Reaction right there. I like the way that Lucent played that wide. I've seen it so many times in my career. Jack Reaction unleashing his inner beast and popping off in 1v3 opportunities. A good job by Lucent to tame the beast in that scenario. But now, home and away hill set up for Fable. Looks like Lucent will get their A hill back. All eyes on this B hill as Fracture's going to stay sneaky. 1v1 against Baghdad. He shuts him down. And now Fractures is pushing for the rotation over to Incense. Going to pick those Incense up and rotate them right back to B.
Yeah, and a great play as well. These Incense, we've seen how good they can be. Can they connect? That's the question. Got to throw 2. He's got to find 1, connect with Reaction. And now looking to cap a hill. The problem being Fable. They've captured A and C for such a long time. They're going to break 100, whereas Lucent, 26 points to their name, but they do have control right now. The 2 hills back in their possession. Will the sniper connect? Wow. Whiskers past his ear.
Yeah, very close shot indeed. Fracture still has that sniper out, and he's going to miss the body shot again on Baghdad. And as mentioned, we will need a 3-cap for Lucent. A headshot's going to be picked up by Fractures. Toddy picks up one. Physics, the last alive for Fable. And Lucent Esports is going to spring into life in this one, pushing for the 3-cap domination, and they're going to get it.
Those respawns too much. And we do see the kills come in at the right time, and that's what I love about execution. You make one mistake as a team and 3 go down, and you're in a world of trouble. They'll pounce on you, and they will tear you apart. Their reaction, and the boys of Fable trying maybe to communicate a little better going into this one. Map 1 obviously so important, these best of 3s. You want to start off very, very strong, and we've seen Fable already in their pool do some good stuff, obviously up against Ghost. See what Lucent can do, though. Taking the lead here.
Yeah, look at the kill distribution. Outside of Toddy playing that support role, 15 plus for Cougar and Fractures. A very good performance from them, as Lucent Esports has been really proving with 3 straight rounds why they are here to contend in pools and in this championship bracket.
Okay, well, this is where the respawns are so punishing. You don't want to go down, you want to stay alive, and those initials can be the start of the end of a round. Fracture's going to take the head clean off of Zorkos. Cougar on your screen. He once again has backed himself, so his incense, but on the other opposing side, the frags go in the hands of Baghdad. Shadow gets the sniper. No hills are in possession right now, but Lucent, they're going to strike first here, as both the home hills looking likely to go in Fable's side.
Yeah, and you know, with instants in your hand, and I believe 1 or 2 dead, you have a 5-on-4. I know it's not a significant advantage, but I want to see you take those numbers. Instead, Lucent decides to play more passive. They slow things down. They're actually letting Fable, who had the numbers disadvantage, kind of walk all over them. I would like to see a little more aggressive play with those instants for the C and A hills. Instead, Fable does have the advantage.
Well, the question is now, can they utilize what they have? They have some of the power weapons. They've got those incense as well. Cougar, Shadows, keep your eyes out for these couple of players. Right now, they need to break this C hill, and they've done just that. A long way to go still, and we highlighted it at the start. The respawn delay so high. You do not want to stand still when Shadows has got the sniper.
2-man rotation. Shadows almost gets the double kill on Physics. This now leaves him in a 1 versus 1. He's going to take out Physics in the shotgun fight, and Shadows is on a tear right now. Can he get the triple? No, not going to connect for that headshot. His teammate Legend will go down as a result.
I'll tell you what, he could have done with some help there, but he's trying his best, trying to connect with the body shot at least. Strikers, here he comes, the charge comes in. That's going to back off as well, trying to neutralize here. Maybe take control of B, not going to happen. Shadows taking the head off Strikers as well. Splattering all over the screens. Full red here for Zorkos backing down.
And 105-90 is the score, but the score really is not as important as you might think it is in this later rounds. It's all about getting kills. A team wipe means they are dead for 20 seconds, which secures you the 3-cap domination. Of course, if you capture all 3 hills at once, you will get an instant win in the round here. That, of course, is what both teams are playing for in this scenario, and right now, Fable's looking great to make it happen.
That's what I love, man. You know, a team can be down by 100, 150, and just by one play, they can turn it around and go for that triple cap here.
Yeah, it all comes down to these 2 1 versus 1s. Toddy needs to win his 1v up top at the fountain/welding. He's going to do so now. If I'm Shadow or Fractures, I want to just stay alive right there. No reason. Oh, I guess he had to fight it to get into that B hill. But try and stay alive and just be in a nuisance and break that B hill fight long enough for your teammate to come through. Instead, a great round from Fable, and we are now tied at 3 apiece going into the second half.
Got some sweaty palms up there on the main stage. The towel is
towel
out.
from the hotel, I think.
Yeah, it looks familiar. It did look familiar. However, you got to do what you got to do, and right now it's all tied up. We've got 17 kills in the hands of Fractured alongside 6 downs, and for his team as well, the least time dead. Great stuff from Fractures. But we're going to reset here. A, B, and C has been flipped on its head, and now D, E, and F. Respawn reset, weapons reset, back to basics.
Indeed. Stock weapons, Lancer, Nasher, Pistol, Smoke, and looks like it's going to be a good initial here. 1 versus 1, Zorkos versus Cougar, and Cougar is going to have his way in that fight thanks to some support that's going to come through from his teammate.
Good pushing forward.
What about this?
What do you see and what don't you like? Is it a bit too aggressive?
Way over aggressive for a round 1 in the second half here. 10-second respawn timers. You got to have that mental clock in the back of your head that says, hey, they're respawning in 4 or 5 seconds. I don't have time to flank through. And Cougar's actually just going to die a pretty unnecessary death right there.
There you have it. Toddy's going to go down as well. Reaction, getting a bit of an angle on one, trying to go in for the charge as well. Switch on, all he needs is one to connect, and he does. Takes a bit of damage on his way. But as 2 players now put on time. His reaction's having none of it. He was going back, he's turning around, trying to pick up the kill. Does not work out for him, and now we do see Weldon Fountain. That's D and F in the hands of Lucent. And again, important to get off to that hot start. These maps almost have 2 halves. You know, these guys are resetting right now at 3-3.
Yep, and then again, Reaction making the same mistake, actually. You wouldn't expect that out of the veteran himself. But an unnecessary death from him, as he could have just valued his life, stayed alive, and he could have helped defend against this away hill push. Instead, he's going to be on the respawn, and he'll be, of course, supporting as well. But he's going to get team killed, actually, by Baghdad. Very unfortunate there. Meanwhile, Baghdad left in a 1 versus 2. We all have seen Mental do mental things in this spot, clutching 1v2s, but unfortunately, Baghdad will not have the same luck. He's going to get taken out. But here comes the cavalry from Fable.
Here we go, a bloodbath about to happen here. Smoke's going down. There's about 6 players all in one position, and it only ends one way. Here we have it. Tardy Shadows clutching up here. We're going to see E and F go back in control. Is anyone able to break? No. Lucent take another round, and again, those late kind of round kills so important, especially when they're directly next to the hill.
Yeah. Agreed, and I'm loving the performance out of Lucent right now, going up against a team that 2-0'd Ghost. I mean, that says so much about this Fable squad, and Lucent, he says even more about Lucent as they're able to shut that down. Completely ceased that momentum, and Lucent, coming all the way from Spain, is performing incredibly well here in map number 1.
We'll say though, and you've been there as well, Fallout, Saturday, it's a different day. You wake up, you come back, what sleep you've had, what rest you've gained. You've got to go into these ones at what, 9, 10 a.m. and play, you know, just like you were at 10 p.m. the night before. It's a very, very kind of straining couple of days on these guys, and obviously long maps, long series, but who will turn up? Who will be the ones to cave in? Fable, Lucent going head-to-head here. Couldn't be any closer right now after 7 rounds. We see Lucent just up by 1.
Cougar trying to get his health back. Great movement from Cougar. He's going to pick up a double kill. I am loving what I'm seeing out of Cougar right now. He is an all-star in every definition of the word. Meanwhile, Baghdad getting a right hand against Legend. Can Cougar finish the kill, though? All he needs to do is hit 1 shot. Not able to do so. Cougar's finally going to get shut down, but a beautiful display of movement right there in the middle of the map.
All about the movement. Sometimes you can be the most individual skilled player, but as long as you can maneuver around some of these players and use your heads up. Here we have a couple players, like you said, Wolfpacking going for this hill. Reaction's actually going to find a double as well. Big stuff from him. Those respawn timers are not long, though. They'll be back up and kicking anytime soon. The statue still under control of Lucent. These later stages are going to take their tolls on some of these players, though. From what you've seen so far, though, Fallout, during this game, as we do see 2 hills in control of Fable, what are the positives of Fable so far? We've seen, obviously, the 2-0s, you know, a team like Ghost, maybe expected to kind of run away with this one. Is Fable maybe playing not to their potential, or is Lucent just turning up on the main stage?
I think it's a combination of both. One thing we're seeing out of Fable is a good job Wolfpacking, sticking together, but a lot of key individual mistakes that are costing them. A lot of unnecessary deaths, I think. The rotations have not been perfect, but what they are doing very well, to answer your question, is the ability to Wolfpack to stick together. In Gears Esports, it's so important to throw bodies into fights, because that just gives you the slight numbers advantage that you need to win that fight. Revive chains are a thing, are very, very real and very important, and Fable's doing a great job of that.
All right, to keep the stream not only entertaining but educational. You want to get into Gears, the best way to learn by watching some of these guys, and I tell you what, it can get dizzy at times with the way that Fractures moves, but Shadow's going to shut down Reaction as well. Looking good for Lucent here. E still not in control of anyone right now, but they have the score. They have the hills now. Lucent looking to bag themselves. Round number 5 here. Striker's just waiting out, but he's been caught out here. Smoke dropped, but he's going to drop as well.
Yeah, meanwhile, what I'm seeing on a Lucent is just a ridiculous amount of individual skill. They're winning the vast majority of their shotgun fights, and that's really making the difference here. You heard one member of Lucent say it on main stage in the pregame interview. They have more skill, and they're really showing that right now. 50-point lead in this one. All they got to do is hold on to 1 hill, and they secure themselves a 5-3 lead over Fable. 200
is coming in, and if Fable don't do anything, which they are doing, they're retaking E, but they're going to need a whole lot more than that. They've neutralized E, they're heading over to F, the timer is ticking away, and 210 is going to come in. Lucent are going to take round number 8 here as it goes 5-3, and only 2 rounds away from taking map number 1. I'm not actually sure which team picked which map, but like you said, a lot of the Europeans kind of like this map regardless.
Yeah, Foundation We've seen formerly Epsilon, formerly Fable, currently EU's finest, dominate on that map over the years. I know this Fable squad likes it as well. Their pick, of course, they're the higher seeds. They're losing on their map pick right now over Lucent. Interested to see. I can't remember what map 2 was. I thought maybe it was Forge Blitz, but we'll see if that's the case. I think Reclaimed was map number 3.
Drop it. I want to see it. Give me the boom shot. Baghdad, no. He's got to back out of that one. Incense, we saw it on the previous round, obviously, through the first half where Incense were in the middle, and we actually saw a lot of strong plays coming out of Lucent from that one. We'll have to see if Fable kind of, you know, get one over on them this time, but overall, pretty widespread of kills. Cougar, though, 23 to his name once again, really putting in a shift for the squad, but look at those downs as well, really helping out his squad.
Meanwhile, quick update for you guys on the featured station. We got Echo Fox up 4-1 in map number 1 over the red-hot Verticon, who just 2-0'd Optic Mexico. Echo Fox is looking good. I'm seeing power standing up. It's a good start to the day for Echo Fox, who felt like they didn't really necessarily get going yesterday in the loss to Elevate.
I'm going to put it out there, because casters, we shouldn't be biased. I'm a big fan of Echo Fox. These guys, they're, you know, they got the veterans on their team, the great organization behind them, great to see in success, but nevertheless, we've got a long way to go. It's only Saturday morning here in New Orleans, and we are going to see Baghdad on our screens representing Fable, of course. Trying to go at it, can't hit the shots, will find Shadows taken down by Toddy as he finds the double as well. And now we'll neutralize F. Can he take it over? That is the question. Looks like no one is available to shut him down right now. And obviously Lucent coming into this an underdog. You know, these guys coming out of open bracket and Fable coming into this as the favorite, but can they put in the domination? Will they get the 3 cap? The answer is no. Over by F, they're going to lose that, but a lot of points have been gained.
And look at this, Toddy, a one-man army. He's going to down Baghdad, takes out Strikers as well. And just like that, that's the 1v2 they needed to secure this round win. Lucent Esports is looking untouchable right now. That is almost 6 straight rounds for them. Wow, what a performance for Lucent.
Nicely done here, Lucent, obviously. As I was saying there, coming in as the underdog, really, you know, you have that kind of like nothing to lose attitude. You go into pool play, you've made it out of open bracket, and you will say as well, in open brackets, it's a dogfight down there. These guys play so many matches just to get here. So they're very warmed up. They're very ready for this game, and they're hungry for it. Fable, maybe underestimating them a little bit.
Yep, exactly. That's one thing I talk about often. Honestly, going through open bracket might seem like a challenge, but if you are a team like Lucent, a team like World's Best coming from Australia, who doesn't get as much practice in different regions as you might get in the States, that open bracket is a blessing in disguise. You get an entire day to scrim on land, basically. You're playing against some decent competition, you get some good practice and work out the kinks, and this is what results. Lucent Esports on an absolute tear in map number 1.
6-3, here we go. Potentially the last round. Can Lucent shut it down? Legend and Toddy are going to find themselves only against Reaction. Reaction does pick up one. That's big, and look at him staying alive. Actually getting aggressive, trying to get in the face of Toddy, and he's actually going to pull it off as well. Of course he is. It's Reaction.
Yeah, well played by Reaction right there. On the flip side, if I'm Lucent, I want to see whoever that was back roll out of that fight against Reaction. You have a 2v1. You know, Toddy should be calling out, hey, I have your support, I have your help. No reason to die right there. Is actually Toddy's going to get his life back in this scenario. So interestingly enough, Jack did not pick up that kill.
Surprised at that. I don't have a clue where that smoke came from there, but it came in, it stopped him for now. We are going to see the hills finally go in favor of some of these players. The drop shot. Trying to connect with Toddy. Reaction does have the angle on him now. And that's the crazy thing about this. We can see 2-3 minutes of gameplay and, you know, no one cap a hill, and we're still sat at 0-0. Yep. These can be very long endurance-based games as well. You got to keep focused on that end goal.
Yeah, we were joking with our friends at the Halo side how long a Gears of War esports game is. It's much more like a Counter-Strike game, that one game mode that takes up to 30 minutes sometimes in some games. It does take a lot of endurance as a player, that's for sure.
Yeah, where are they? They're on the other side. They've got a later call time, that's for sure. But either way, Gears is kicking off, and it's kicking off with a bang already. Game 1's already done here on main stage. This is, of course, our second, where we get our open bracket team, Lucent, taking on pool play squad Fable. And I tell you what, Lucent, they are looking hot here. And this is an interesting one. Can they stir up the pool a little more? We've already seen Ghost have a bit of a nightmare start. Looking to turn that around. That will start today, of course, but Baghdad Physics putting 2 down here. This is looking good for Fable.
Yep. Looking good indeed. Fable, who actually had their backs against the wall, that really should have been Lucent. They had a 5-on-3 power play, but it was Baghdad that clutched a nice 1v2 and brought them right back in this one. So Fable trying to string together, needs to string together 4 straight rounds to come out on top in this one. Tough to do, but they're going to be able to start it off here with a strong domination opportunity.
The opportunity is there for sure. Can they capitalize? That's the question. It doesn't look like it for now, as we are going to see a couple of players going head-to-head. But again, you start to see these power weapons. The incense now going in the hands of Physics as well. Looking to capitalize on this. Shadow's going to put a boot through the face of Zorkos. But everyone's going to respawn up. We are going to see the score of Fable start to tally up, though. And you could say this should be around here for them, but don't underestimate Lucent. Anything can happen.
That 3-cap domination has happened quite a few times already in the second half by Lucent. They're going to string together 1 kill, make it 2, make it a 3rd now. 5-on-2, numbers advantage, all up to Strikers and Zorkos on the defense, but it's going to be Shadows. The offensive play from him takes out Strikers. 1 more kill to secure the 3-cap, but Zorkos is doing such a good job just being a nuisance and staying alive and taking out 1, but it's not going to matter. Lucent Esports is going to 7-3 Fable. Battle of Spain versus France, and Spain prevails. What a phenomenal map, number 1. Of course, this is far but over, but Lucent is here to stay.
Reactions, hands up, not happy with something, but either way, could be just a technical difficulty. But either way, Fallout, map 1 is done, it's dusted, and Fable, they're in a little bit of trouble. This is where they start to question things. You know, they come in the favorite, like we said. Lucent, they come out, they take them down in map number 1. Either way, though, I think we could be seeing 3 maps.
You know, Momo, I would like to kind of correct you. These 2 teams actually met up not too long ago in, I believe, London, where Fable did lose to Lucent Esports. Lucent Esports, they were the reason why they had the team change to pick a reaction. So they're now up 3-0 in maps since that LAN. So I would kind of say the favorites would be Lucent at this point in time. But Waldo, you and I, we looked at their play style. I asked you, what did they do special? What's happening?
It's nothing special. It's just very basic Gears of War. They were making their smart rotations. They were crossing around the map. They were making sure that they were doing what they needed to do to win the map. And honestly, they were punishing a lot of over-aggression, I think, from Fable, which is something that you eventually have to start realizing, like, we need to pull back. We need to hit the brakes. We need to slow down a little bit. We don't need to be taking these 2v1s or 3v1s and trying to make these amazing plays happen. We just need to play smart Gears of War.
Yeah, and Waldo hit the nail on the head. Over-aggression from Fable, but just amazing individual play. Very simple.
Yes.
Lucent is winning their shotgun fights, and they're doing it well. Maybe looking a little bit like the Spanish Optic Gaming, if you will. They're winning every single shotgun fight, Wolfpack, and playing incredibly well.
Yeah, Shadows and Cougars, one of my favorites on the roster. Congrats to them. But guys, we're going to head over to map 2 shortly after a quick word from Lucent Esports.
My name is Julen Portales Lorca. My team is Lucent Esports. We are here for a reason, and we trained so hard to get here. It's so amazing. Being United States, playing a pro circuit, that's a dream.
He said coming to the United States and, you know, pretty much making it, that's his dream. And that's always a feel-good story when it comes to these players. They come from open bracket, hit full play, and then hit the championship bracket. I mean, all of us have been competitors at a point in time, and there's no better feeling than that.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I remember the days of competing on that main stage, bright lights. Of course, nerves come into effect, but you're traveling the world playing video games for a living.
Yeah.
Life can't get much worse than that, I don't think. It is the dream. It is definitely the dream, and these guys get to be living it on main stage right now.
Guys, we're going to have a slight delay for this next map heading into map 2. Before I kind of want to talk to you about Echo Fox and Verticon. Verticon, they start off pretty hot against Echo Fox. They're now down 2-5. Do you see Echo Fox finally getting it together?
100%. Echo Fox, you could just tell. Momo and I had the pleasure of casting that second match and their first match.
Yeah.
It was a completely different Echo Fox in the second match against Elevate. They started slow. We're almost like slumping. I had a chance to talk with Kenny, and he admitted to playing awfully himself.
It's
I think
weird.
They just started very, very slow yesterday. We're seeing the Echo Fox we're used to seeing today.
I'm just a big fan of these guys. I think as well we spoke about Kenny. You know, he had
really?
a great,
I didn't know that.
Just to reiterate it one more time, big fan of Echo Fox, putting it out there. However, Kenny, I don't know if it's the role change should I say, of him kind of becoming or needing to become a Slayer. We saw him drop 28 one map, and then we saw him like 7 the next, and maybe it is just kind of getting into the groove. Powers seems to be turning up on LAN. I expect these guys to be in Championship Sunday, making a big kind of run for this whole championship, but it's a long way to go. Like you said, you know, every team is gunning for that top spot, and it's difficult, but one step at a time for these guys. It's only Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, and Lucent Esports facing off against Fable. Can Fable come back to tie the series 1-1? We'll find out. Fallout, Momo, take it away.
And here we go. Lucent Esports chose this map. Forge Blitz was their pick in the maps in picks ban process. We'll see if that comes to fruition. That hasn't necessarily been the tell-all for these matches so far. That's something I love about Gears Esports. The amount of upsets today, the amount of back and forth, it's been amazing to see. It's been a fun pool play, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Pool play is always fun because there's so many teams, like we see, you know, quite a few pools as well. You're bound to see some upsets. Not everything goes as planned. Sometimes you sat at home making that bracket a little too early, and then suddenly a team comes out of nowhere and shuts them down. But as we kick things off on map number 2, he just joined us. Lucent takes the first one off Fable here. They're coming into it. We are looking for a potential quick round as well. Maybe the domination, but denied there is going to be Lucent, of course. Colors have changed. Lucent now in red, Fable rock and blue.
Sometimes you hear the gongs and you get a little panicky. You want to push for that B hill. Trust that your teammates are going to break the home hill. Shadows, unfortunately, put himself in a pretty bad spot right there, trying to get that break. It's okay though. His teammates are going to make up for it. Who is it? None other than Cougar, who picks up a triple kill, 3 kills to his name, and he continues to impress as the MVP of this team. A big shout out to Toby Campbell back home, who actually quoted that exact statement before this match.
Well, Cougar, you said it yourself, Fallout, coming into this. I asked the question, who's going to be the one to watch? And you said Cougar for Lucent is the player for sure. And I have not taken my eyes off of him. A and B now in control of Lucent here. The map control most definitely in favor of them as well. But Fable, we've seen what they can do and how they can impact a game so quickly. By the flick of a switch, here we go. Probably place smoke grenade. That one's going to bounce back here, but Toddy's going to find the double. Zorkos and Striker's going to go down here as we do see the kill feed light up red. That's going to be Lucent, but answering back. Physics denied, though. He's going to be Baghdad, and we're going to see 4 down for a second.
Yeah, opportunity for a 3-cap. They're actually pushing for this 3-cap on the B hill. I like this decision. You're not going to get the away hill. I think they're actually going to sacrifice the away hill now to prioritize this B hill instead, but the rotations are going to come through. Revive is even stronger, though, as Cougar picks up Legend. Shadows takes out Baghdad. Another kill picked up by Legend. That's another ace that comes through for Lucent. So they have now wiped Fable 2 times, 2 waves of kills, and that is going to be enough for the 3-cap. Sometimes you don't want to go for the 3-cap after the first team wipe. You want to secure a second wave of kills before you get that 3-cap. Lucent showing exactly why. Brilliant play from them.
Great stuff. Legend, Shadows, Cougars. And you see the boys here representing, like you said, a long way to come to find themselves on that main stage against a squad like Fable. You know, sometimes nerves can play a part in that, but it doesn't look like it here for Lucent. We're going to see those incense in the middle once again. That's actually been put down by Fable here. A lot of control will be looking towards that middle section, but already Cougar, 6 kills.
Jeez.
And only 1 death there, spent 10 seconds on the timer.
The rise of another EU great might be looming. It's amazing to see the amount of storylines, rising stars in Season 2, and I think Cougar is cementing himself as one of those on the European side of things. We've already seen Martian Crimsons do the same this season. Cougar may be the next, and a new country representing as well. We got Spain. We've seen Italy compete in tournaments before. My first time casting a Spanish match, and man, they have performed so far.
Well, performing here is Strikers right in the middle. Shadows and Legend has been denied. We are going to see the incense go in favor of Fable here, and both the hills of A and B as well. Physics, though, looking to backtrack and just find himself split almost between the 2 middle ones, but Fractures getting out of dodge there. He's actually going to go down as well, and Physics looks like he's charging forwards to take him out.
Yeah, but doing that, Physics kind of is in a spot where he can't really impact that C hill or that A hill. So meanwhile, it's going to be a rotation that comes through, leaving Reaction to himself for just a moment there was Physics, but it's okay. You have Reaction on your team. He can handle 1v2s. Can he make it a 1v3? Jack Reaction doing a phenomenal job staying alive at that B hill. He secures all 3 kills.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. And once again, Reaction turning up. You got to hear us say it once, twice, maybe a couple more here. The domination potential coming in, but the break is there. The players are available. Strikers and Legend do fall as Fractures and Reaction pick up those kills. Now Baghdad rotating around with Reaction. just the positioning that they have right now, they're fully in control.
Yeah, Reaction's been on an absolute tear individually, but I'm like what I'm seeing out of Lucent. They're doing just enough to stay alive, holding onto their home hills, but barely, and trying to rotate over to B as much as they can. Here comes the Wolfpack. Shadows takes out Baghdad. Can he connect for the double? No reason to die here. He's not going to. Takes out Reaction, and now the B hill rotation is going to come through. That's exactly what you want to do. You secure 2 kills, and then you use that 3v5 numbers advantage to rotate to B hill and grab that one. Easier said than done when you have a wild Zorkos and Physics to fend off.
Getting into the action over by B. Physics using the map to his advantage here, bouncing back and forward, not going to be able to find anything from it though. And now we're going to see Legend take him out and try and take control of that B hill, which he's going to do successfully in the process though. C has exchange hands, and Fable are going to grab that one as well and continue to have this 2 hill capture.
Yeah, this is a Fable round written all over it, but of course, as we say that, you can blink and the Lucent team can spring into a 3-cap. See if they can do it here. Toddy right now with Insins out, going to toss one at Physics. He's actually going to deny him the chance to push back through those pipes and forces the 1v1, but it's okay. Physics is going to handle that 1v1. And as we assumed, it's going to be Fable that's going to close this one out. A very good round across the board, really never letting up and stepping on the throats of Lucent Esports in this round. Really, really well done by Fable.
Yeah, most definitely is, and trying to just rotate round, secure this one with a triple cap, ironically enough, and there we have it. 2 minutes and 41 there for that round. A little bit longer to secure, but a long way to go. Fable here are looking to get a couple rounds on the board, get some momentum rolling here. They're going to need it against a team like Lucent, who are looking for that hot 2-0.
You see Fable talking through some things here, trying to work out some of the kinks. Of course, quite a few of those in map 1. Waldo called it during the intermission. A little bit of over-aggression from Fable at a few times. You want to see them work that out. Meanwhile, Lucent Esports tied at 1 apiece. Nothing too much to worry about. You did just win map 1 7-3, tied 1-1 in map number 2.
Early stages here. What are we going to see dropped? That's the question. Are we going to see some power weapons? I'd love to see it. Some snipers, some booms, a drop shot maybe, but these teams very much a fan of the likes of the Incense. Will of course confirm what was that as soon as possible. But overall, pretty even start.
Yep. Of course, those Incenses are still down mid. Not sure. I don't believe we see a weapon up top just yet, so it might have been a blocked weapon spawn. We'll see in just a moment. However, the strategy will remain the same. It's going to be 2 up top, 2 mid, and then the 1 versus 1 fight at the home hill players. Looks like Reaction's going to drop first blood over Fractures. Strikers picks up his kill on the other side of the map here. I think that was mid-map, so now Fable has a good opportunity for a 2-cap.
Fable just trying to finish things off up top, and Baghdad's going to do that. The M-bar is what is being taken by Reaction and utilized straight away.
I would like to see Reaction save that last bullet there. He could let his teammates clean up those kills. Not a big deal, but small things sometimes make a difference. Reaction is going to hold on to that M-bar up top. And again, this is high risk, high reward, because if he misses a few of those M-bar shots, yes, it's a power weapon, but that power weapon can be deceiving. Power weapons and gears are a little bit relative when you have a shotgun and a Lancer that do almost as much damage. So if you miss a couple of those M-bar shots, you're really leaving your team in a 5v4 low side, as Cougar's going to prove exactly why right now. That's a 1v1-1 against Physics. Now they have a 5v3 low side with Reaction high side trying to support.
Yeah, he's trying to do what he can, but missing the shots, unfortunately for him. And that does mean that Lucent are going to get that 2-cap. Legend now in a position, and Zazi once again going to pick up the kills, and this is, you know, a prime example. Reaction maybe needs to get down there and help out.
Yep, exactly. It goes to show power weapons and gears aren't as strong as people realize. Is the power of numbers, the power of your shotgun sometimes prevail.
And we know how good Reaction can be with a shotgun as well. Rotating back up top right now as Lucent does take the lead, 108 and counting.
Cougar now going to put himself in a pretty bad spot. Not sure why Cougar's going to get caught out there. Maybe he had a call out that we didn't know, but a little unnecessary right there from Cougar and Legend. Trying to push Reaction when really why? You know, you have home and away hill control, at least a little bit ago they did. You have a 2-cap control. You should just hold on to that setup. You shouldn't be pushing for those up high kills, in my opinion.
Pushing through the smoke. Reaction denied. That's going to be Fractures down low, still in control of B. However, he's got himself a couple of Incense as well to play around with and let it burn. As we do see Shadows take down Zorkos, and A will be neutralized for now. We may see that go back in favor of the squad shortly here, but Incense going straight into the hands and used straight away here. See, he's going to be neutralized for now. Are they going to be able to capitalize? Cougar on your screen, the man of the moment here. The up and comer in here we have taken down is going to be Reaction. And Shadows is actually going to fall as well. We are going to see a set still neutralized, and that timer is just not favoring Fable one bit.
Yep, and you know, this should still be a Lucent round, especially with some kills picked up. But one thing I want to point out is a pro team right there would have broken that hill and immediately retreated. Instead, Cougar stays, their team stays, and they die. That is how 3-cap dominations happen. So sometimes you want to be a little careful. Break that hill, you accomplish a small victory, and value your life, back out and reset. Don't let any deaths come through, because that can snowball really quickly into a 3-cap for the other team who's on a counter. So counters are very real in Gears Esports. Good job right there by Lucent to close it out, but still, if you're taking notes at home, you want to be very, very cautious in those 3-cap opportunities.
Play safe, sometimes the best option, and as we see the overhead, the M-bar, a Hammerburst maybe being dropped here. We're seeing a bit of a change, actually. Just a simple block coming in from Fable.
Yep, so now it leaves us with a little bit of lethality on the map. We got M-bar up top, Ensign still in the middle, so we should see our same initial strategies, 2 up top, 2 middle towards those Ensigns, and a 1 versus 1 at the home hills. Of course, once a Marksta goes down or something goes down in those closet rooms or corner rooms, then you'll see someone go grab that as well. But until then, 2-2-1 will be the strats.
The 2-2-1. 2-1 is the score. Who's going to be the one to get 2 hills? That's the question. B full of smoke right now. Legends looking to rotate round. Does have the support of his teammate, but it looks like the control once again up top is going to be Fable. It's actually Reaction up top once again.
Yeah, but M-bar was actually able to be snuck out by Cougar there. So Cougar, with the M-bar in his hands, has an opportunity to make a play with it. And I like this play. You rotate it low side. That way, if you want to pull out your shotgun and support your teammates with numbers, you can. But if you want to make an impact with an M-bar, you can as well. This is the better play with the M-bar, in my opinion.
It's available to get into the fight. Fractures picks up 1. Backdad and Strikers have fell.
That's where you take out your pistol, and there you go. Perfect play right here from Lucent. Rotating incredibly well as a team here. And you should be able to see them secure a 2-cap. Taking some time here to do so.
They get a hold of B. It looks like they've dedicated a lot of resources to the triple. I think they've sent 4 players here, actually, and they could come out better, but Zorkos Reactions does answer back. Fractures does deny Reaction for a second there, but I think Fable, they're going to be able to survive this one, and with 3 down here, maybe Fable can find something out of this.
Yeah, they should be able to. And again, you have a 2-cap, and it's only round number 4. Don't go for the 3-cap right there. Hold on to that 2-cap setup. Cougar has an M-bar. Hold your C hill and your B hill. Instead, by getting wiped like that, you give the opportunity instead for Fable to get the 3-cap domination, which if they can secure some kills here, they should be able to do it.
Well, the players are going to be coming on through. The problem is the respawn time is getting bigger and bigger here. Fractures taking down Physics. The score not even crossing 100, but is that triple cap coming in? That's the question. Lucent trying to hang on, trying to survive here, and it looks like they will do.
Reaction going to back out and reset, values his life right there, realizes, hey, we have a 2-cap, we actually can get the lead here in a moment. But how will Lucent counter? Will they go for the home away hill push? Toddy seems a little indecisive, wants to wait for his teammates as they recognize that M-bar is respawning very, very soon. So the rotation comes up high side. M-bar will be spawning. Guess who's there? It's Cougar, ready to grab that second M-bar, which will exactly be what they need, and with some map control as well. Exactly what they need to secure this round.
Here we go. Cougar, he's going to find another kill. Slaying out here, 13 kills to his name.
Beautiful play from Cougar. Absolutely brilliant. Doesn't get baited to grab the M-bar. Takes a shotgun out instead. Picks up 2 kills with the support of Fractures. And now Lucent is on a tear. This is when you push for the 3-cap, when you do have your numbers advantage. And let's see if they can just secure these kills to finish the round out. Here's one. Cougar gets taken out, however. All up to Baghdad. He gets shut down. Strikers, all eyes on you, buddy, as he gets taken out as well. Last up is Physics. Physics, full red. He's going to get down, and just like that, Lucent, a perfect comeback round in a situation where Fable had a 2-cap advantage and could have ran away with it.
Well, Fable, is it the mistakes they're making? Is Lucent clutching up? Probably a mixture of both here, but Lucent, you've got to give the credit to here. They're coming out strong in map number 2. They're continuing the momentum from the open bracket and shutting down Fable, of course. Fable, we've already said, had a very hot start to the tournament against Ghost, but Ghost, you know, they're just not looking the same team.
Yeah, undoubtedly. You know, this Ghost roster was so strong in Vegas. They, of course, make the questionable decision to drop ribs, pick up God plays, and all eyes have been on them ever since. They were 0-4 in pool plays on Friday. A nice 2-0 victory over Lucent today is going to give them the momentum they need. But don't count Ghost out yet. We have seen this happen before. Mexico City, Atlantic City, they got 3rd place in pools and ran through the losers bracket to place 3rd.
Okay, well, kicking things off, round number 5. This is where your respawn times are going to get a little higher. Those lives are very, very valued. But the score update from Pool D, EU's finest, they're 1-0 up over Bittersweet. The European battle going down over there, and 6-0 in map number 2 as well. Is that a bit of a surprise to you, Fallout, or is that kind of what you expected?
Yep, not at all. EU's finest proving exactly why they are EU's finest. The battle of the UK teams, as it's going to be former Fable who is winning that one 6-0, completely dominating. No surprise in that one. As EU's finest is looking a little bit more vulnerable this event as they have the last 2. But they're looking strong against their rivals over the UK.
Yeah, as soon as I stopped for a second, I missed out on Vegas and Mexico City, and suddenly EU's finest, aka Fable, they were killing it. I was excited to come back, watch them provide some dominance. But right now, they're looking a little vulnerable, like you said, but a strong showing against Bittersweet.
I'm noticing this guy Cougar has no off button. He could have actually slipped out there and flanked overextended towards the seaside. Instead, he loves those 1v2 fights. He's not going to back down from a challenge, but it's going to cost him there. Is now Fable with a numbers advantage, a 4-on-3 for them. You want to see them take those numbers. They're going to do exactly that. 2 versus 1 against Shadows. Shadows full red. He's going to go down as well. And this should be a Fable round if they can close this out over on that A-hill.
Yeah, they're looking to obviously break on in. They might be able to do so. The smokes are going down, but the problem is they've just got to run straight into the hands and into the shotguns of Fable. And that's going to end only one way. Fable clutching up once again on this one, and the towel is out, the communication is going down, and like we said, English, French, whatever's going on right now, it could be better if it was, say, a full French squad or a full English squad, but these guys have kind of traded that for raw talent.
Yep. 3-2 right now is the score in our main stage match. Of course, Echo Fox up 1-0 on the side station against Verticon, and Bittersweet losing 6-0 to EU's finest. Of course, match D, all eyes on that one. Nimbus Esports versus Gosu Crew. And you might be saying, Nimbus Esports who? Well, guess what? That's a team of 16 and 17-year-olds that have always played game battles but have not been old enough or eligible to play on the Gears Pro circuit. A lot of them are competing in their first event. Big shot to Demise and crew, and they are performing so far. 3-2 with some titans in the Gosu Crew.
Yeah, I was going to say Gosu Crew you kind of expect to come out of that one, but still a very, very tough match. Great to see some young guns kind of coming into this and bringing that youth side of things back. As we jump on board now, round number 6 here. Cougar is going to kick things off with that initial kill. Fracture's taking that M-bar as well, but Cougar's going to fall, and now Fracture's going to go down as well, so he might have had the M-bar, but not for long.
Yeah, well played there on the high side. It looks like Fable's really springing to life here. Of course, as I say that, Toddy's going to pick up a double kill. Reaction going to rotate down to B side, try and support that side of the map as they have been winning that up top fight pretty decisively and consistently. Reaction full red here. The support is going to come through, but both members will go down. And guess what? The revive chain is there for Lucent Esports. But here comes the flank, though, from Baghdad. He picks up, cleans up those 2 kills. Last alive is Toddy. And he's actually going to take out Baghdad with the instant. Nice flank from Cougar on strikers.
Yeah, beautifully stuffed. But I will say trade after trade here, 2 for 2 if you like. Going back and forward. Lucent still in the lead in rounds and map score, of course. However, we're looking to close this one out in a quick 2-0. Fable, though, have other plans. Taking things slow here. Reaction back in Toddy into a corner there with that support fire. Shadows and Legends actually picking up Zorkos and Physics. That's, again, a huge, huge play.
Yep, very well done. Toddy now and Cougar and Fracture is actually the 3 of them going to be pushing up against a dangerous Baghdad, but he's going to get stuck in a corner and taken out as well. Looks like the 7-0 did come through from EU's finest on game C, so it's going to be EU's finest that continues to roll there with a 7-0 win over Bittersweet.
Yeah, EU's finest. That's going to give them a lot of confidence going into their next matches, whoever that will be. Of course, we'll be soon jumping to the winner bracket and loser bracket matches. We're going to see ourselves out of pools very, very shortly. But before that, we're going to see Lucent take down Fable. And Fable's going to push this to a map number 3. Stick with us and we'll guide you through the action. Smoke covering a little bit of an angle there, but still, the control coming in here for Lucent, trying to get that triple cap. I say trying. That's going to be a successful triple cap coming in. And once again, another round on the board.
Yeah, and Momo, just when I think that Fable is gonna somehow get their composure, bring this back. They string together a round. Lucent shuts them down. You know, we've seen this before where the inexperienced team can maybe steal a few rounds, and finally the experienced veterans kind of get their wits about them and come back. But it has not happened yet. Lucent is not letting go, and they're playing so incredibly well. They have not once stepped off the gas pedal against this Fable squad who's been competing so many years longer than them.
And maybe that's the reason why they know if they do, if they kind of take the foot off the pedal, then Fable will jump on that. They'll pounce, they'll run away with it. So Lucent, they've got to keep this pressure up. They've got to keep this tempo and this aggression as well. But as we go on to round number 7, A, B, and C become D, E, and F, and things will start to reset. Like you said, as those respawn timers go back to 10 seconds, you've got to have that mental reset of, you know, just maybe changing the way you're playing a little bit.
Yeah, so keep in mind, as Momo said, everything did reset. Player respawn timers back to 10 seconds, and the hills are going to flip. All weapons have been removed off the map. So basically, in the second half, we start from scratch here, and it becomes more about the 2-cap control, the rotations, and winning off of points than it does winning off of a 3-cap domination here. Of course, as I say that, though, it's going to be a 3-cap opportunity that E-Hill will be broken finally by Fable.
Yeah, the opportunity was there, but still really good stuff from Lucent. Once again, keeping this pressure up. And like you said before, Fallout, some teams will have that, you know, good side and maybe not so good side, whether you prefer the kind of first 6 rounds or the second half. And, you know, Lucent making the most of that first half, but still coming out very, very strong here in the second side. A lot of fire going down as well, pushing back Fable.
It was such a good job right there. And again, the subtle small things. That was a 2 versus 4 for those members of Fable over on the E-Hill. And they're able to work together so incredibly well. They kill shadows, they revive chain and push out and reset, and they stay alive. Very well done by Fable. And now they're going to bounce back.
Baghdad taking out shadows there. Clean headshot here. As we do see Toddy putting in some support fire once again. Baghdad's weak, but he's not weak enough yet. He's going to fall, and that's going to be a 2v1. Doesn't go in his favor as Toddy does finish him off.
On board with Toddy now, 14 kills to his name. He had a quieter map number 1, but has really performed here in map number 2. Of course, Cougar still leading the way for the Spanish squad. And here comes the push from Strikers. He takes out one. Physics right next to him, his duo. Can he get the kill himself over on that E-Hill? He's going to let his teammates try and pick that up instead, and they will. It's going to be a kill picked up by Zorkos. Oh my goodness, Physics with the 180 turn on Shadows. And Fable is springing into life here, but it might be too little too late. 50-point lead for Lucent Esports. 3-cap domination is coming through. They got to keep slaying out, though, is the most important thing. They're going to do exactly that. Fable, an amazing job picking up some crucial kills in this one. But Shadows picks up a double kill, almost makes it a triple. And Fable is going to do it. The 3-cap domination will come through.
Yeah, I thought for a second there he was going to stop it, but they do finalize that round, and that being Fable, of course. Lucent, they were so close, and they'll be kicking themselves with that round. But Fable, they gained control, they slayed out, and they pushed out as well. Great stuff all round here for Fable in that round, but it's not over yet. A long way to go. We are on our second, potentially 3 maps here, as we do see Toddy choosing the weapon of choice.
Yep, looks like they're leaning towards a sniper here, towards mid-map. A lot of these game battles players love that sniper traditionally. Looks like they're going to decide against it, actually. But one thing I'm seeing here is actually M-bar. Same thing we saw last time, but we're going to see a similar initial, except rather than sending one person to the E-Hill side, they'll send 2 because they want to emphasize the importance on that E-Hill a little bit more. So it'll be a 2-1-2 instead of the 2-2-1 initial strategy we saw last time, at least I believe. Let's see if that becomes the case here.
Okay, well, let's kick things off here, as we do see a lot of players will be running through that home hill towards, of course, that M-bar. Gonna see a couple of players, though, either side challenging for E. Now, with this hill, of course, being in this very dangerous position, you, of course, can push the button up top that's going to light this on fire. Nobody will be able to take or capture or defend this hill once that has been set off. But Cougar, once again, getting that initial kill. So crucial here. Toddy actually finds one and then gets punished by his own teammate.
Yeah, he flew into the right hand of Legend. Not much you can do right there if you're Legend. And I don't know if I agree with that. Legend has some support from his teammate and decides to just up A and push the 1v1. It might cost him. Now Baghdad left in a 2v1. Can Baghdad sneak out? So slippery is Baghdad, as he's going to be able to get his health back here. Puts himself in a pretty good power spot to stop the push from Cougar.
Bouncing back and forward, like we said, he does have the support of Toddy, but Reaction is also backing up his teammate as well. A great start here for Fable, 4-3 though, the scoreline. Lucent still in the lead, but this round, it looks like it's in control of Fable for now. E has been taken over, and that's going to be in control now of Lucent, so a 2-1 split here in their favor for a second.
And Cougar going to be tagged up and called out and marked, so he needs to back out and reset here. Baghdad going to pick up a kill on Toddy, and Fable, this is exactly what was mentioned going into the second half. Usually you see the veteran team string together one round, you expect them to turn things around, and it really does feel like this Fable squad is coming off as an entirely different team here in the second half.
Maybe a second half squad here, Baghdad under pressure. Is he going to feel the pressure too much? That's the question. Cougar trying to get that roll on him. Will find it, and that's going to be the headshot straight into Baghdad. Teammate Shadow's going to pick up a kill elsewhere, and Lancefire coming out. I love this from Cougar. The call-out will be able to be given there, and that play is going to go down. Legend finds a double over by the E-Hill once again. We are going to see Lucent regain control.
And I love that play from Cougar up top in the 1v1. You hear us as casters talk often about the type of shots these players have. That's what makes Gear so brilliant. There's all these different skill shots that exist. So when we say back A, what we mean is when you pull back on the left joystick, press right trigger to shoot, and press A to get back into cover, rinse and repeat. That's a back A. When we say up A, it's when you press up on your joystick and cover slip around the corner and shoot. The up A makes you very vulnerable. The back A is a lot more defensive, and you saw Cougar hit 3 solid back A's there in that 1v1 against Cougar, or against Baghdad, and it really paid off well for him.
Talking of solid, the M-bar's in the hands of Cougar, and he is making use of it. 27 kills to his name. Trying to find the arm or the leg. Simply a limb of Zorkos here, but right now the clock is ticking and that lead is starting to gain here. It's a very small lead as it stands roughly around 10 seconds for Lucent. They're looking just to maintain this this 2-hill control. And
keep on, if he would have pressed that button at 193, that would have actually guaranteed them the round. That is the exact math that is needed to block off that E-hill, but instead he presses it at 180, which gives them an opportunity here to get the cap. All eyes on his F-hill. They're going to turtle up towards his F-hill right now. If they turtle too much, though, this could be a round win from Fable. A good job by Cougar shutting down Reaction, though, to make it impossible.
Yeah, 209 and 210 do come in another round for Lucent, as we do see them just fist bump, all calm over in the Lucent team, and just trying to keep it composed as well, just saying to each other, you know, one more round, couple more rounds here, and we can close this one out. Interesting to see how all the other games are going down. Obviously, in the other pools, of course, the open bracket pretty much done. Interesting to see what our experts and analyzers will have to say about this one. Of course, Waldo on the desk will be breaking it down. But right now, 26 kills for Shadows. Baghdad 1 up in here. With 28 of Cougar, of course. Nearly forgot about him down there. With 28 to himself as well. Let's jump back on board here with the action. 5-3 to Lucent. M-bar up top. Who's going to be able to come out on top?
On board with Cougar now. He's going to get a nice down. The revive will come through, though. He picks up the kill on Reaction, leaves his teammate in a 1v1. I've noticed every time Cougar comes down, his team literally just beelines for the revive to pick up Cougar. That's how much respect they have for their teammate.
Oh, yeah. Cougar goes down, you're wanting to pick that guy back up. He's going to do a lot of damage, and look at that kill feed. 2 kills, 2 power weapons. Looking great for Lucent here. And Fracture's trying to connect with the M-bar. Isn't going to happen.
I like that play. It's so easy to get baited, and you want to just sit there and fire M-bars over and over again. Let your teammates, trust your teammates to win that 2v1. No reason to sit up top uselessly. Rotate that M-bar low side to do. Oh, I was going to say that. But I guess that works too. But now Fractures needs to, yeah, Fractures in a pretty dangerous spot now.
He's shouting for Cougar. Cougar, where are you? Help me. Here he is. Cougar's coming in with the backup, and I love to see that. And look at this. They've actually rotated around, giving up that, you know, height advantage there. And just kept alive, and I love that play.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at Fractures can do with the M-bar. Picks up the cross-map headshot by rotating it low side. That is the better play with that M-bar. Make yourself a lot more useful by rotating it low. You can take out your pistol and support a little bit more. You can do exactly what we've seen Fractures do with it so far.
Okay, well, still in the hands. Fracture's still alive. That's the key point. He's been alive for maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes now, rotating from up top to down low, and they are going to lose control of E, but Legend, again, a name we haven't really spoke about too much, picks up another kill here. He's going to find himself a second, but before he goes down, pick right back up. The incense come in, and Legend, my goodness. Wow.
Legend is proving how he got his name right now, making a legend of himself on main stage with a brilliant 1 versus 4. Legend picks up 4 kills. He's not done yet. Can he get the 5th here? Yes, he does. Can he get the 6th? Legend, you are an absolute monster on main stage. What a performance from him this round.
Absolutely. And this guy is he's on fire here, trying to go for the triple cap, but we are going to see Lucent just have to settle for 2 right now. 40-second lead here. Win this round, put yourself on 6, and it's a very dangerous position for a team like Fable to have to win so many rounds back-to-back, not where you want to be.
Zorkos, meanwhile, going to pick up a headshot over on the E hill, so Baghdad gets the call out. Doesn't unnecessarily die on that D hill, instead rotates back, takes D, E, and F, but they're going to need a 3 cap here is Fable if they want to win this round. They got to at least break that D hill for quite some time. A 1-to-1's not going to do it for you.
No, it most certainly isn't.
Fractures. Fractures can ninja this hill. Don't grab that M bar, just ninja around to that F hill, and they would have won the round instead. He's going to rotate back to his teammates. That's the difference between a player like Ribs and a player like Fractures, who has the intelligence to make that heads-up play. We'll see if it costs them here, as it looks like their individual skill will prevail. These guys are just so good with their shotguns that typically helps them out here. Can they get the cap, though? Yes, they do. 207 is the magic number. Of course, it takes 3 seconds to break a hill, but it looks like it doesn't even matter. Toddy gonna pick up 2. Shadows picks up yet another, and Lucent Esports is 1 round away from defeating Fable in this one. And a nice little blindy headshot from Fractures for some more style points.
Crazy, crazy stuff here. But again, you see a scoreline like 6-3, and you just know that, you know, it's that near impossible, that slim chance, that small percentage to come back into it. We've seen it done before, and we've seen it already on the main stage here. Are Lucent going to throw this one away, or are they going to close it out here? Lucent looking very strong.
Yep. And it's crazy. Lucent is doing something amazing on main stage, playing for the first time. You don't see any nerves. You don't see any overexcitement. They're not even getting hyped after being up 6-3. It's just another day in the office for them. They're showing all the right stuff, the right DNA here to be successful. I like what I'm seeing out of Lucent. I hope we see more of them in the Gears Pro circuit this season.
Well, you're going to see more of them if they continue this way. 1-0 up and 6-3 in the lead. Can they close it out? That's the question. Respawn has been increased. Weapons still available, and I just keep saying the same thing. Cougar, with that initial. He seems to be getting that first kill every single round. The second, the third comes in, the frags are taken. The M-bar is in the hands of Cougar as well, and he's looking to draw blood.
And they're just not losing fights. The bottom left of your screen is lit up with red right now, as the red team has just been dominating every single shotgun fight and continues to do so. This is match point for Lucent Esports, the team that no one expected to be here, coming all the way from Spain, grinding through the the open bracket, to make it into pool play, to be defeating this Fable squad, who's arguably the #2 team in Europe. Lucent proving they are the #2 team instead.
Well, they're proving a lot right now. However, the job will not be done after this match. Like we say, still pool play. Interesting to see where these teams do drop, of course, into the bracket. But a nice 25-point lead here for Lucent. Are they going to be able to finish this with a triple cap? That's the question. They've been able to outslay the opposing team time and time again. We do see one player put on time, but that's going to be Striker. Physics is going to go down as well. Shadows is going to close him out, as we are going to see a couple more kills fall as well. It's Cougar to put him down, but Cougar's got other things to deal with. He's trying to find himself a couple more kills. Striker's last alive, and Fallout, that is going to be it. The triple cap comes in, the 5-man down is enough. Lucent Esports is going to take down Fable in a 7-3 fashion. I believe back-to-back it was 7-3, but either way, there was one team significantly better on that main stage this morning.
Oh, it's been that way since London. This is 4-0 now since their last meeting. Lucent Esports, you can't say enough about them. I want to harp on Cougars. Like you said, Momo, it seemed like Cougars was getting a kill absolutely every single round for the first blood.
Yeah.
And he really shut out. But Waldo and I, we were talking about the fundamentals of Forge Blitz and the control room. What is the basic strategy there?
The basic strategy is you have 2 people up. Your second guy should be throwing your smoke. The first guy is going to be trying to go up and try to take the fight over by the button. Honestly, as you saw, if you throw a bad smoke, or you're a little late, or you're not crossing effectively, you're going to end up losing the fight. And honestly, that map, again, in any map that has a control room in it, actually does dictate the control of the map, because you can control where the flow is, you have a good line of sight, nobody's going to be able to secret man on you. it's super punishing, so you've got to learn how to win that fight consistently.
Yeah, and that combined with just back to the basics, winning their shotgun fights and just out-muscling Fable was Lucent every step of the way. You barely saw them lose 1v1s. Such an amazing individual performance from Cougars, from Fractures and Co., especially up top, but really elsewhere on the map too. Toddy was winning most of his 1vs. Shadows was having his way. Legend, of course, did a phenomenal 5-kill spree and performance there in round number 9, I believe, to secure that one as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, for two international teams to battle it out like that, Lucent had to assert their dominance because they actually have a regional coming up. And just being the top 2 in that nation means so much. But heading on to the main bracket for the championship bracket, let's see if they can go ahead and make it far. But I would like to send it over to Farouk on the main stage.
All right, thanks a lot, Veli. I'm down here with Cougars right now. Now, first time on main stage. Did you guys do everything that you wanted to do here in this game?
Yeah, we play great. We changed our mentality. We started this day playing with Ghosts, so yeah, that was a great game. Yeah.
Now, when you say you changed your mentality, what changes did you guys make as a team?
Yeah, we started the day like we were a bit asleep with Ghost. Literally, we play just really bad. So, we are on fire now. I think we can beat the United now. So, it's fine.
So you're ready to take on E-United and take them down and possibly get a spot in the championship bracket?
Yeah. We have done everything, so we are gonna take 2-0 of them.
All right, he's calling it right here, 2-0. He's saying Lucent Esports going to take down E-United. We'll see next. Veli, back to you guys.
He was so calm but so confident when he said, we're going to 2-0 E-United. Is it good to have that type of confidence, or do they really have a shot?
Honestly, if they play the way that they played individually, if they play with confidence, if they approach United like it's just players 1 through 5, not Shock and crash. Yeah, easier said than done, of course. I really think they can do it. Lucent Esports, you got to turn up. You got to play out of your minds against an United squad who is very, very hot-headed, but I think they definitely can do it.
Well, you're looking at a roster that almost had a comeback against Ghost Gaming. Right? They're doing extremely well in their poll, and they might start off championship bracket on the winner's side. But, I mean, speaking about E-United as if, you know, they're a pushover, is that true so far?
They've looked phenomenal in this tournament, honestly, and we've said it for the last couple events. Whereas United, you know, through the entire tournament, they've looked good in pools, and then it kind of falls off. They finally beat, you know,
Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, so they're starting to come together. They're starting to put the pieces together. Hopefully, it continues in this run. Honestly, I think that, you know, Lucent has a big, a good opportunity here, but I think United is going to win.
One thing I'd like to point out as we take a look at the replays from the maps is that Lucent, although they do have great individual skill, we didn't see much when it came to their strategy. It wasn't diverse. They weren't doing anything special, throwing any trick strats. That's something that they're really going to have to do in order to beat these North American titans, such as E-United.
Yeah, completely agreed. When you watch Echo Fox compared to these guys, or United compared to these guys, strategy is the sore thumb. It's everything for sure. And we didn't really see them change strats at all. No trick strats pulled out of the bag.
Same strat every time.
Same base every single time. So that, maybe is a way that Fable could have had a little bit of upper hand on them, but instead they both just muscled up and ran the same thing over and over.
Yeah. So Momo, heading forward as an international player, is there a lot of pressure to beat these North American teams?
Of course. These guys, I think, Fallout was explained, obviously Lucent first time like on that main stage for some of these guys, and it's difficult. It really is difficult, but you've just kind of keep composed, keep calm, and just take every single map like you played in the open bracket, like you were yesterday, and just focus on the game, focus on the rounds, and, really plain simple. And maybe they don't have the trick strats. Maybe they are going to kind of be caught out by the big dogs, but for these guys, right now, it's working for them.
Oh yeah, so I was talking to EU's Finest, and they were telling me about who they might go against in their pool. Even though polls aren't completely done yet, they said, if United wins this game, then they're going to go against EU's Finest first round. So we're already going to see crazy games so far in our bracket. Are you guys excited for the big matches coming up?
You have no idea. I mean, Vegas. Can we just talk about Vegas, how amazing that was,
Vegas
that bracket?
Was crazy, man.
Thrown for a
I'm
loop.
mad you missed it.
Yeah, trust me, you and I both, man. I'm excited for something, hopefully a repeat of Vegas if we get some crazy round 1 matchups.
Well, definitely. Everything's on its head right now. Ghost Gaming losing the first 2 matches in their poll kind of throws the brackets on its head. And honestly, we have another crazy. Yeah, one team doesn't show up on Friday, and all of a sudden Saturday starts getting really interesting for other teams. And just to harp on some other things, we're talking about championship. bracket already, but the EU regionals have definitely been, to have 4 teams that made it into pool play, that's actually a huge asset to them. The region as a whole is starting to grow. We're starting to see a lot more development. The strategy level isn't to the same tier yet as North America.
So are you saying that these extra lands are making these teams better?
Land makes people better. I don't know
Crazy concept, right?
So if I'm living in Europe somewhere, I'm hoping for more regionals. I'm going to every single regional that they call out. And I feel like the extra practice is definitely needed because, let's be honest, I didn't hear of Cougars and Shadows 2-3 months ago. But now they're becoming household names, and they have a chance to make top 8 this event.
Yeah, it goes to show the importance of playing in those local events. And really the beauty behind Gears Esports is coming to life. The vision that was laid out 2 years ago by the Coalition and the Xbox teams, it's amazing to see. They invested in different regions. And look at these last 2 events. We've seen EU's finest place top 3 and then top 2. We've seen LATAM represented with the top 3 finish the last event, number 2 finish for Europe. Last event was America, then Europe, then Latin America. It's amazing to see the growth of Gears Esports globally, and it's really awesome to see the vision coming to life.
And to touch on our next matchup of the day, we do have Elevate heading off against Verticon. Verticon, we saw them in their first game, absolutely dominant. Their second game, they did fall short against Echo Fox. But going against Elevate, they're 2 sleepers in a way. Do they have a shot at upsetting that pool?
Well, they upset Echo Fox yesterday, so that's definitely a big step in the right direction. And honestly, Verticon isn't a team to sleep on either. These are storied players from Gears of War 3. You've got Noxus and Yogurt. There's also Strafey on here, who's a